We're going to talk a little bit about maintaining your inventory. After talking about inventory, anyone in retail knows that a lot of times what's represented in the database isn't actually the case. And there's a utility regarding that allows you to reconcile the actual on hand quantities you have as opposed to what the database says you have. So this utility is called the physical count. Now, a couple of things about the physical count. This is something that you have to be very careful with. Uh, there's the potential to lose a lot of your information, your true information. So you got to make sure you understand how to use this. The first thing you'll want to do, and it'll warn you about this, but you will want to first of all synchronize your inventory counts to make sure that you have accurate numbers. So that's Tools, Synchronize Inventory Counts, and then click Yes. And as you can see right here, the counts are updated successfully so that the database is going to have, we're going to reflect the correct number of items for each inventory item. So let's go to the physical counts now, and that is located at File, Inventory, Physical Counts. And this is the warning I was telling you about. It's telling you to synchronize your inventory before adjusting your physical counts, which we just did. So I'll click OK. Now there's two tabs here, like a lot of the other utilities. There's scanning if you do have a barcode scanner, and there's a manual tab. Real quickly, let's just look at scanning, and let's select our item type to be frames. And let's pretend like I have a barcode scanner, and I just scanned a barcode, and I'll click Add. You will see this item come up right here, and we'll get in a moment to actually some of these buttons below and updating your on hand. But what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to scan that same number a couple of times. Well, 4 times. One of the buttons down here is called Consolidate, and when you click on Consolidate, it just consolidated everything for 4. This button right here for filling unscanned items. This is when you're doing your inventory and you want to display the records that have not been scanned. Okay, so by filling unscanned items, you can bring up items that haven't been scanned. Right here, you can click on the barcode itself. This will print out the actual barcodes, but this is done after you update your on hand. As you can see right here, this is your on hand, and here you could actually enter in the information about what the quantity is despite what your on head says. So if I was to go through each line here and change the actual quantity, what would happen is once you click update on hand, it updates your on hand, but it will also, anything that's not here that you haven't changed the number to, it will default bring it to 0. So you can see why this is detrimental. And some of these other buttons like print scan allows you to print this out into a sheet so that you can walk around if need be and have an actual document to refer to. Let's look at the manual tab really quickly, and here we'll select frames again, and this is going to bring in all your frames right here, and we will scroll over here and let's look at the actual on hand. Okay, and I'm going to demonstrate how updating on hand will set everything to 0. These buttons down here are very, very straightforward, so we don't need to go too much into that. Just note that I selected item type for frames. And right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to say 2, 2, 2. All right. Now notice, as soon as I click all these numbers that have on hand, these are actual physical counts. So we're gonna update the database and show that these on-hand amounts are erroneous, and this is actually what you have. So once you click on Update on Hand, it's going to update your inventory, and this cannot be reversed. So it warns you one last time, and it tells you that it's complete. It asks you if you want to print the barcode for these frames now, which would print out all the barcodes that are correct. And we will go really quickly to inventory, frames, and let's look here. you'll notice everything else is 0. And those are the 3 frames that I change the on hand to. So be really careful with your physical count utility, although it can be used in a manner that corrects your inventory. And if you, I don't know, once or twice a year have to go through your inventory in your shop, you may want to utilize physical counts to reset everything to the appropriate number.